What's up, guys? We are back taking a look at some more NBA player props today over on Sleeper. Yesterday's video, we cashed our one unit play and then unfortunately missed our half unit play. I'm looking to bounce back though and cash both player props in today's video. Let's go ahead and do that today over on Sleeper. If you're not already on Sleeper and don't know what it is a player prop site that has pretty much every single prop on the board for a ton of different sports, and they have multiplier based payouts. So like Julius Randle is at 4.5 assists on the Sleeper app, but you won't see him at like 4.5 assists on some of these other player prop sites. So if you want to join, you can do so with the link down in my description below, and promo code DOMG. You can get your first deposit matched up to $100. But with that being said, let's hop straight into the video and talk about these player props. But real quick before we do so, make sure you guys take a look over the Dub Club. The Dub Club is where you get every single entry that I make sent to you a couple different ways. I've seen my plays out to over 1,900 subscribers for a bunch of different sports, including basketball, which includes the NBA and college basketball, NHL, MLB, and the NFL. And my plays come to you in a couple different ways as well. Dub Club through the push notifications, email, Telegram, and Discord. You guys can join right now with 2 different special offers down in my description below. My plays come for 5 different player prop sites, which include prizepicks, Sleeper, Underdog, Parlay Play, and Chalkboard. And you can just see right here that my first offer that I'm going to be offering you guys is 2 months for the price of 1. You're only paying for 1 month, yet you're getting 2 months of my Dub Club. That's the all access, all sports, all everything. That is the all access right there. 2 months for the price of 1. The second offer is basketball props only, and it is $5 off of your first month. So you get $5 off your first month right there of just basketball player props if you don't really care about the NFL or the NHL or whatever else I'm rocking with. So if you guys want to join, you can do so with the link down in my description below. Go ahead and give me a follow on Twitter at DOMG Props. Post some more free plays over there. Join the free Discord. That link is down in the description below. Make sure you play responsibly and at your own risk. And let's hop in and get to these player props. Let's get back on track, man, because we've had some pretty bad days lately, and I'm looking to bounce back and hopefully cash these in today's video. All right, so the first player prop I'm gonna be rocking with here is gonna be over in the Chicago Bulls game. We're gonna go to the Chicago Bulls game here. We're gonna scroll down till we find Nikola Vucevic over a double-double here. Like, I'm gonna have a double-double in today's game. 10 points and 10 rebounds is probably what he's gonna have to achieve in order to get the double-double here. So let's take a look at these player props over on Props.Cash. Props.Cash I'm now partnered with. I absolutely love this player prop research tool. I've been using this for about 2 years now. For every single sport that I cover on and do research for and put out player props for, I use Props.Cash to find my plays, and I do all my research with this tool right here. You can do so. You can get this tool for yourself, by the way, with promo code DOMG in the link down in the description below. It is going to drop your price down $5 to get the all access monthly package, and you guys can get $5 off with promo code DOMG. So it's going to be about $14.99 for the first month if that's what you guys want to take a look at. Seriously, I love this player prop research tool. It has every single data point that you're going to need when researching this player props more than likely. So Props.Cash here, Nikola Vucevic. I filtered this down here to the 9.5 rebounds, so you can move his line however you guys want it here. But you can see right here, he's over this in 63% of games between this season and last season. He's over this in 54% of games this season. That's his 9.5 rebound line. I'm going to just, think that he's going to get 10 plus points in this one. I'd be very shocked if he did not have 10 or more points. He's had that in every game this year. So really, I just see this as a 9.5 rebound line. So he's going to be at home today against the Miami Heat. And you can see that if you filter his splits here, if you filter it to him in home games, he's over this in 67% of games between this season and last season. What I would like to do, though, is filter out some of those games where it was just a complete blowout or he got injured and just things like that. So I go to his last 10 here. You can see that he's had 29 plus minutes in all of his last 10 games. We'll move this slider up to 29 or more minutes and then filter this back to between this season and last season. You can see that he's over in 66% of games between this season and last season. Filtered down to home, he's over in 73%. So that just kind of factors out some of those games without blowouts, injuries, things like that. You can also filter this down to the regular season as well if that's something you want to do as well. But we also another thing I want to take a look at here is going to be games with 0 days of rest, because the Bulls are on a back-to-back today. So if you filter down to 0 days of rest, you can see it's not that great. He's only had 10 or more rebounds in 53% of games so far this year. However, if you take a look at how he's been in 0 days of rest, but at home, it just looks a lot better. As you can see right there, he's over in 6 out of 7 between this season and last season when at home and 0 days of rest. Now let's talk a little bit about the matchup here against Miami. So Miami here, let's take a look at how they've been to opposing centers and their rebounds per game. So the Heat right here are right in the middle of the pack. They're on about 15.34 rebounds a game to opposing centers. But with this Props.Cash tool, you can see exactly what other centers have had against the Miami Heat. So Claxton, not a great game against them. He had 6 rebounds with an 8.5 line right there. You have Nick Richards, though, who had 12 rebounds with a 7.5 line. Williams only had 7 on a 10.5 rebound line. Collins fell under his line. So a lot of these guys have been falling under the line a little bit recently. But if you scroll back just a little bit more, you can see Capella had 12 against them. Gobert was able to have 14 against them. Horford had 10. Duran had 14. So a lot of these centers have been pretty inconsistent against this Miami Heat team. However, I really like the splits here for Nikola Vucevic. I think he's great with his 0 days of rest when at home. I think he's just better at home just overall. He's had a really good track record against Miami as well. You can see what he's done in the past against Miami right here. That was with 29 plus minutes, by the way, but he did have a playoff game against them last year where he did have 9, but otherwise in the regular season, he went over us in all 3 games against them last year with 17, 12, and 10. So I think Vucevic's in a pretty nice spot here to have a double-double. You can also filter this down to when he's playing teams in the East, where he is over in 68%, a little bit of an increase right there compared to 63% normally. So I think he's in a great spot here. I really like the spot here for him to get the double-double. Should just be 10 rebounds here. I think he should be able to grab 10 points here, and those are famous last words, but still, I think 10 points should be easy for Vucevic here, and I think he should be able to get this one done. Moving on to player prop number 2, we're going to go ahead and go with yet another double-double player prop here, because I like Rudy Gobert to have a double-double in today's game here. So this entry on Sleeper right now pays out about a 2.84x. Dub Club was able to lock him in at a 2.85x, so a little bit of a higher payout for the Dub Club members, but I really like Gobert here. I think he's in a great spot. Let's go back to Props.Cash to take a look at why I like Rudy Gobert so much in today's game. So Gobert, though, is a little bit different from Vucevic because he is not a lock to get 10 or more points. He's also not necessarily a lock to have 10 or more rebounds. So we kind of have to filter down both these here and take a look at both stat categories here. But he has a points line here of 11.5. He's got a rebound line of about 12.5 there, although he is favored the under 12.5. So Gobert here, we'll filter this down here and talk about his points first off here rather than just looking at a double-double completely. But he's over since 73% of games so far this year. He's had 10 or more points, and 71% of games between this season and last season. Take a look at how he's been on the road, where he sees a 7% increase in his points, going over or having 10 or more points. He's over in 78% right there. Another bonus, though, is that the Timberwolves are on 2 days of rest. However, he does see a little bit of a decrease when it comes to 2 days of rest. Not super worried about that, though. It's only a minor decrease. Face the Pelicans today, who he has been pretty solid against in his career. He's over in 3 of his last 4 games against the Pelicans. But let's take a look at his rebounds just a little bit here. In his rebounds, he's over in 2 of his last 4, as you can see right there. But let's take a look here at just his rebounds here. So we'll go ahead and move this line down just a little bit here till we get down to the 9.5, where he's been very, very solid when having 10 or more rebounds. He's over 70% of games so far this year. Filter it to away games, he's over in 71% of games. We'll take a look at the matchup here, starting out with the points per game to opposing centers and how many the Pelicans have been allowing. They've been a very nice matchup for points. They're allowing the 5th most points per game to opposing centers. How about the rebounds, though? Pelicans allowing the 3rd most rebounds per game to opposing centers. So they're top 5 in both points and rebounds to opposing centers. So I think it should be a great matchup for Rudy Gobert. And also, you can filter this down, by the way, on Props.Cash too. You can figure out, like, if you go ahead and just go not over the 9.5 rebounds, how good has he been at going over the rebounds when he has, like, 10 or more points. So we'll go ahead and head over to the points category here. We'll filter this up to 10 or more points. And you can see that when he has 10 or more points, he's over his 9.5 rebounds in 76% of games. On the road, 71%. But moving back, talking about the matchup here for opposing centers, Jokic had 16 rebounds against his team. Lively had 9 against his team. Powell had 10. Sengun had 8, but Gobert already faced his team before. He had 21 rebounds against him earlier this season. And by the way, we already talked about this a little bit earlier, but he had 21 rebounds against them earlier this year with 17 points. This time he just needs 10 and 10. So I think Gobert should be able to get this one done here. Great matchup for opposing centers. I forgot to talk about the points against opposing centers for the Pelicans, but Jokic able to drop 26 against this team. Sengun had 24, Gobert had 17, Jokic had 35, Capella had 17. So Capella had a really good game against them last time too. Not exactly a Rudy Gobert type player, but when it comes to their points and rebounds line being kind of where they are, I think he's more of a Clint Capella type of player almost. So I think both these guys are in great spots. That's what I'm rocking with. Both players to get a double-double. Let's hopefully end up cashing those player props in today's video, but that is pretty much going to do it. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Make sure you guys join Props.Cash for $5 off with promo code DOMG. Link for it is down in my description below. But that's going to do it, man. Thank you guys for watching. Let's get hopefully the next one. Looking to get some W's under our belts, man. We need it. We're bleeding. And I'm looking to hopefully get some more W's, man. See you guys in tomorrow's video with some NFL player props. And best of luck today.